Wednesday's red for.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Olive.
Good morning.
You had a good day?
It's been a crazy day.
It has
Really
been a crazy day.
Yeah.
It sure has. For sure.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've already been over our norms today. So you've taught the lesson.
Yes.
And you know, it took several days from what you said to get through all the steps.
Yeah.
So any thoughts before we start?
Well, I really liked it. I like the kids liked the language of it. I think that was very helpful to them to see, I'm here. I liked them being accountable for checking things. I was covering Miss Lane's classroom and working on another one actually because I liked it so much.
Oh, awesome.
And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, it's this cool thing that I learned." So I sent it to her too. So she teaches gifted. So that was good.
Yes.
Like kind of even be able to share it. I think the kids enjoyed it. It was just something different. I don't want to overuse, I'm thinking, but then also you're doing different activities and it's kind of a set plan for them. So I liked that.
Well, I like to hear that you feel like the kids liked the organization of it.
Yes.
And did you feel like, because we talked about in our pre-conference that we hoped that it would make them feel successful even if they didn't make it to the,
yes.
you know.
And I told them that, and it was, you know, if you met this is where you are, that's great. Like I think it's good for them to see the progress of where they're going. So
Oh, good. Awesome.
yeah.
All right, so your baseline data showed that you had 17% of students that were proficient, which means they made it to at least level 2, 3, somewhere in there. What did you notice about this new data?
Well, they went up. Let's see. Let me remind myself. 17% to 20%.
Okay.
Now, when you break it down, there were a couple of things. They went up in emerging. They went down in developing. But I moved some of those developing to meeting. So I think we moved that middle of the ground, which was good. The exceeding did go down, and I wonder if maybe I need to change or work on the different activities in there.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me look at some of that and see if you've got any ideas. For that, I have a brand new teacher I'm working with this year, so sometimes she's got good ideas too. So we're working on it, but that's something we looked at in our PLC to try to meet them at the.
Now has she tried the learning plan?
Yeah, so anything we do it all together.
Or
So
chart,
I think she liked it too. So it was I was able to share that with her. And we share with lots of people.
Oh, that's so good. Well, I'd be interested to see her data just to see how it compares since y'all
And
teach
I've
the
got
same
that
thing.
in our PLC notes, so I need to. I'll send that to you so you can see.
Oh yeah, please do.
Because we're analyzing data like crazy.
I know.
Just love analyzing data.
Well, you're a lot better at it than I am. Okay. Well, so remind me what were some of the activities that you had in step 4?
Let's see. I had what did I have on here? I had them create. I like the idea of them creating questions, so I had them create a crossword puzzle with some of the vocabulary. I had them making. Like one of the things was the war on drugs and what they could do. So it was like an advertisement for the against the war on drugs or something that a government could do to help the war on drugs from both perspectives. What else did I have in there?
Well, that's good because that made them kind of use what they had learned and compile all those other steps into, you know.
Oh, and they were analyzing some different countries, like poverty levels and relating it to things in those countries. So they were doing that too. Because we only talk about 3 different countries, so it was kind of there's more than these 3 countries in the world. So we were looking at that too because one of the standards was poverty and how it affects the war on drugs and drugs in the country and things like that. So
did you feel like with them looking at those other countries that it gave them some perspective of how that is kind of a cycle?
I like that too. Relating to things around the world, especially.
Well, it's so important for them
and
to
they
feel.
can relate to 800 Netflix shows also about the war on drugs. In case you need to know that, I now have a list of 8 million shows.
Oh my goodness. Now, did you find that they like brought some of that into the conversations?
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Good. Have you thought about doing, and you may have when you did those activities, but like the ones that have moved on to level 4,
Mhm.
like pairing them up and letting them kind of work together?
Yes, I have, and I didn't as much because I hate when children talk. But those kids are fun.
Yeah.
I need to lighten up a little bit. But
Yes, well, it's
like
hard.
letting
Like
them-
Nikki.
and they're better at digging through things together and talking about it. So
Yeah.
you're right. That would be something good to include next time
Okay.
for hopefully getting them exceeding even more.
Well, and I was thinking when I was looking over like our pre-conference and then looking like at my notes and that kind of thing, that the two focuses that we decided on as a team were the close read and the learning chart.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered if maybe we could incorporate the close read into the learning chart.
Mm-hmm.
Not always have
Yeah.
to be separate. Which I saw you had some like News LA
That's a good idea.
articles and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But I mean, we don't want to overwhelm them. But I think those are skills they could work on within,
Absolutely.
especially the ones that are moving on to the higher level stuff. So that might just be something to
Yeah.
look at going
Yeah.
forward. All right. So, do you feel like with our meetings that like us collaborating has helped, helped the students, like and made your results better when you're looking at your data?
I do. Well, I'm a big, don't waste my time. And I feel like giving me something has been helpful to that I can actually implement. I feel like it has been good to have new stuff for the students. I think they've done better because of that, or
Right.
just trying new things. Because when you teach for 18 years, I don't want to be stuck in my ways, but
Right.
you
You get used to what you like
which
to
is
do.
why I love a training and all the things that if you teach me how to do it, I can do it. I can teach.
Right.
Just give me so I do like that aspect of it. And I think the kids are benefiting from that. Analyzing it, I could see I need to do a little bit different. So I think it's been good though. I think it's been good to watch them be successful. So,
Right. Well, good.
And I think they feel better watching themselves move up too. I liked that.
Yeah. Well, it's always nice to see yourself be successful. I mean, even as grown
I
ups.
love a checkbox.
Yes. me
Check,
too.
check.
I think that's the type A teacher in
And I have
us.
a ton of type A kids.
Yeah.
But even the ones that are everywhere, it's already in classroom.
Right.
Check yourself. Check it.
Check.
Okay, ready? Go. Check it.
And that's a good life skill too for
Yes.
them to learn. Not just for social studies, but for all
Yes.
areas of their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
Which I might not have answered your question. I might have
No,
gone off
you
task.
did. That was perfect. So we on the checklist of this student-centered coaching and results-based coaching, there is an option for co-teaching, like where we could come in, I could come in and we could help, and you could assign me tasks, or we could work together.
Okay.
Is that something you would be interested in doing? Maybe once they get to like the higher level, and they could be
Yeah.
split into groups.
The more hands, the merrier. The more the merrier.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, maybe next time we can look into doing that, and either I can work with the ones who are stuck
Yeah.
on level 2, and you can take your, the
Yeah.
higher level
That would be
ones, and you might, and that might give you the opportunity to do some different activities,
Yeah.
that they're harder to do when it's just you. So
I wish that job really existed at our school.
I do too, because it's hard to find time to get down here.
There are lots of teachers around here that could benefit from a coach that came in if we had time to actually,
Yes.
anyways.
Um,
And co-taught, and the brand new people need a co-teacher that just shows them how to do that. Which
Right.
I acted a coach to do that with one of the teachers, so it was good.
oh, good.
It would be wonderful. Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I think it's one of my.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Things happen.
I don't know how to get it. Okay.
Okay. Well, is there any? I mean, in reflecting, do you feel is there anything that I can do better to support you? I mean,
Uh-huh.
what do you think?
I think. Well, I'm a big. I don't feel like I need people in my classroom as much.
Right.
Not that I'm a know-it-all or anything, but I do. I like the implementing new ideas and making me stop and think about something else new to do that actually works.
Right.
I'm game for that kind of stuff, so
Okay.
I like a good use of my time, and I feel like this has been a good use of my time
Oh, good.
this semester.
That makes
so.
me feel good. Thank
You're slightly pleasant to work with,
No.
but
Well, and I'll say it's helped. Coaching you has helped me in my own classroom
yeah,
because some of these are ideas, especially when we met as a whole team, were ideas that I have not,
yeah,
used before, and so it's benefited me too
Yeah.
to learn from y'all. So I think which is part of why collaboration is so important.
yes, agreed.
So okay, well, I'll probably follow up with you again just about if there are any activities you want to change or that you need me to look for. If you don't need me, that's
And
great.
I think
but
like next year, or like if you're doing the same thing, like
Mhm.
coming to the PLCs would be good,
okay,
stuff like that, where
Yeah.
everybody is together. And,
yeah,
it's so hard with our PLC because it's just 2 people.
yeah,
So an extra every once in a while.
or an extra set of ears.
So like that academic coach from the county comes sometimes too, which I
Right.
think is helpful for
Yeah.
to see.
Well, and just knowing, not having to spend, you can spend your times with your hands in the data while,
Mhm.
I or your other academic coach finds the resources so that you're not, having to do everything and spread so thin.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Well, I will definitely mention that
yes,
to the powers that be.
yes, I think it'd be good.
Okay, well, I appreciate it so much.
You're so welcome.